Hello students, this is the fifth class of matrices. I have already published 4 videos on matrices. If you don't have any idea about matrices, then go through these 4 videos, then watch this video. In this video, I am going to discuss symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. A square matrix is said to be symmetric when A transpose equals to A. What does it mean? If A equal to Aij, then Aij equal to Aji. Aij equal to Aji for all possible values of I and j. As for example, let A equal to AHG, HBF, GFC, and transpose of A if you transpose A, you will get this row into column AHG, HBF. Third row will be changed into third column, that is GFC. So observe this carefully. This original matrix equals to this matrix. We can say here A equal to A transpose. Therefore, the matrix A is a symmetric matrix. Let us give another example. Say A equal to 3, 6, 9, 6, 5, 4, 9, 4, 8. Now A transpose equal to this row turns into column 3, 6, 9, 6, 5, 4, 9, 4, 8. In this case also A equal to A transpose. Therefore, the original matrix A is a symmetric matrix. You can write down other examples you want. Skew symmetric matrix. In a square matrix, when A equal to minus of A transpose, that is Aij equal to minus of Aji for all possible values of I and j, then we call it skew symmetric matrix. As for example, A equals to 0 H G से minus H 0 F minus G minus F 0. Now AT equal to 0 Hg minus H0 F minus G minus F 0. Let us multiply the matrix by a negative sign. In order to balance it, I took 2 minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1 results in plus 1. Now I am multiplying by minus 1 0 H G minus H 0 F minus G minus F 0. Look carefully, which is equals to the original matrix. So we can write minus 1 into A, which is equals to the original matrix. Therefore we replace here A, therefore which is equals to minus A. In that case we say A transpose equal to minus A, and this original matrix is called skew symmetric matrix. Let's take another example of skew symmetric matrix. Say P equal to 0, 3, 4, minus 3, 0, 5, minus 4, minus 5 and 0. P transpose equals to 0, 3, 4, minus 3, 0, 5, minus 4, minus 5 and 0. Now if we multiply the matrix by negative sign, we have to put another negative sign in order to balance up it. 0, 3, 4, minus 3, 0, 5, minus 4, minus 5 and 0. So we can write P here, because this matrix is equals to the original matrix, that is P transpose equals to minus P. In that case we can also say P is a skew symmetric matrix. If you want, you can write so many examples like this. Here is an important theorem on the screen. Any square matrices can be expressed as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Let us prove the theorem. Let A is a square matrix. We have to show that A can be expressed sum of two symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Evidently, we can write A equals to half of A plus A transpose and half of A minus A transpose. This is very clear because if you multiply this by half of A transpose and half of A transpose will be cancelled, and half of A plus half of A equals to A. Now if we prove one part of these two, one is symmetric and the other is skew symmetric, then the proof will be completed. We assume x equal to half of A plus A transpose and y equals to half of A minus A transpose. Now x transpose equal to half of A plus A transpose whole transpose equal to half of A plus A transpose whole transpose. Because constant doesn't matter, K A transpose. In case of any matrix A, constant into A whole transpose equals to constant into A transpose. Therefore, we can write half of A plus A transpose whole transpose. Now half of A transpose plus A transpose plus transpose of A transpose, which implies half of A transpose plus A, that is half of A plus A transpose. If A and B are two matrices, sum of their whole transpose equals to A transpose plus B transpose. In previous video I have written this property. Therefore we got half of A plus A transpose, that means X. So X transpose equals to X here. X transpose equals to X here. We can say first part is symmetric. As we have learned about the symmetric matrix, when X transpose equals to X, then we can say X is a symmetric matrix. That is first part is symmetric matrix. Now y equals to half of A minus A transpose. Y transpose equals to half of A minus A minus A transpose whole transpose. Half of A minus A transpose whole transpose, that is half of A transpose minus of transpose of A transpose. Therefore half of A transpose minus A, that is minus half of A minus A transpose, that is minus y, that is y equals to minus yt or yt equals to minus 1, whatever. In that case we can say second part of this matrix A is skew symmetric matrix, that is this part is skew symmetric matrix. So any square matrix can be expressed as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. For proving of this theorem, you can take help from any textbook. Let's come application part of this theorem. This sum is really very important, so watch it carefully. Express the matrix sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. The matrix is given by 4, 3, 1, 2, 5, minus 2, 5, minus 2, minus 1, 7, 1. What we are going to do here, we just want to express square matrix A into sum of two matrices. One of them is symmetric matrix and other is skew symmetric matrix. Here A equals to 4, 3, 1, 2, 5, minus 2, minus 1, 7, 1. Therefore, A transpose equals to 4, 2, minus 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, minus 2, 1. Now, A plus AT equal to sum of the corresponding elements, therefore 8, 5, 0, 5, 5, 5, 5, 10, 5, 0, 5 and 2, 0, 5 and 2. Now A minus A transpose equals to subtraction of the matrices, means A minus A transpose equals to 0, 0, 1, 2, minus 1, 0, minus 9, minus 2, minus 2, plus 9, 0. We know A equals to half of A plus A transpose, half of A minus A transpose, that is half of 8, 5, 0, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 0, 5, 2, and half of 0, 1, 2, minus 1, 0, minus 9, and minus 2, 9, 0. Look carefully, we already expressed the matrix A into two matrices, one of which is symmetric and another is skew symmetric. That is 4, 3, 1, 2, 5, minus 2, minus 1, 7, 1 equals to this one. In order to find out the adjoint inverse of the matrix, we need to know some part of the determinant. So in the next class we will discuss about determinant.